So, welcome to session 73 of Toss the Colors Looking Back. Let's see, last we left off, you guys got a little bit of a briefing from Matthew after he had sort of browsed a biology book the night before and shared with you all its contents and what might be relevant to everything that you've found so far in terms of your case and regards the case. That will never not make me laugh.
Thank you, Jessica.
I like how you've done the Jessica voice twice for the same thing.
It's because when you guys like interacted with her as a group for the first time, I was talking about like Rickofield's wife, and I said that I said her that as her like in regards to the case. And
Yeah.
I remember it. I immediately jumped on it to make her a writer.
Gods.
I pissed myself laughing. Okay, so yes, you guys are reviewing what Matthew had found. It was interesting, pretty interesting. And so you guys felt it would be good to let your mayor know the situation. And with the information that you gave him, he essentially was like, go piss girl, go and follow y'all's leads. But please be careful. The public is very feisty at the moment, and you don't really know how these things all really connect to the Sisters of Subline. You also gave a little bit of a visit to Bo, giving him the same information, in which he just said, well, go for it then. If you want to tie some loose ends, tie some loose ends. Report back to me at the end of the day. And of course, all this while Drench was pranked by Kadani. But you guys had some errands to do. So you went to Really Wondrous, Matthew and Alloy got their items, and then you went to Diamond Deer Defense to ask Bertrand of some more special items before you went all the way back to Maverin's house once more to question her aunt Ellaby about what she knew specifically about her great aunt Maverin, who Maverin is named after, obviously. And what she told you guys was basically this woman was amazing, intuitive, caring, and had this very special, unique ability that she invented called subconscious division. And detailed what that was to you guys and her downfall before she had died in an alleyway giving birth to Kala, her daughter. And meanwhile, that is happening. Drench is having a conversation with Maverin's mother, Elisa, about her concerns over Maverin, sort of further confirming that maybe Maverin's not remembering everything that she does and says sometimes. And a little bit of a plea to help her get through these tough times. Then after that, you guys visited the city border. You talked to an enforcer, Lapel, asked her some questions, and she said, yeah, the Sisters of Subline, nothing really out of the ordinary, coming in and out for spices and groceries like any other person. I gave you also some extra details on the aftermath of the Zolocane issue. But you guys got some binoculars and went ahead to scope out the cottage of the Sisters of Subline from afar, from a distance. And whilst investigating that area and keeping an eye on the house, you sensed that something wasn't completely right. And yes, you were greeted by an old friend, question mark, who tried to warn you guys about the cottage. He really did. But with Maverin's impatience, she waltzed right into the property, in which all of you, with the exception of her, were entangled by vines and were greeted by a Clifford the Big Red Dog-sized black dog, who is now growling and showing his great big white sharp teeth at you all as you are wrapped up in the earth. What do you guys do?
Woof.
Good doggy. Good doggy.
Mia, did you say I was not entangled?
Yeah, you're
Occasionally.
excluded.
Yeah.
The rogue things. You did rogue
Yes.
things.
Okay. I'm gonna reach into my pack and do I have
What?
some- I'm gonna grab one of my rations. I'm gonna kind of shake it. You hungry, boy? Would you like to eat?
He sort of snaps his head towards you. You guys can feel the vibrations of his growl through the ground beneath you all. Like you could feel the vibrations of his snoring just a few minutes ago, as he is now looking at you with these big blue eyes and sort of steps one paw closer to you, still sort of snarled.
It's all right, buddy. No worries. All yours. And I'm gonna put it on the ground in front of me and kind of back up a little.
You can make a persuasion or animal handling check.
Persuade this
Yeah,
dog.
I'm gonna try to persuade him. Yeah. That is a 21.
It's still growling, but it averts its gaze from you and looks down at the ration. What's there?
Oh no. This is a bad time for Maverick to be mostly vegetarian. It's gonna be like some dried pieces of apple and peaches, maybe a carrot or two. It's vegetables.
While the
and fruits.
dog, while the dog's sniffing and that's happening, is there any chance that it's looking away enough for us to try and wiggle?
Yeah.
was that?
Its
I would-
attention is snagged by the rations at the moment.
I would love to try and wiggle a little bit out. Not move from the spot, but just free myself from the vine.
Same.
Sure. You guys can make strength checks.
No,
God. No.
would I be able to get my sword just a little bit out so that flame can kind of burn a little bit of the vine?
You want to add flame next to the dog? Never mind, I can't say that. That was an
Oh,
unconscious.
I could,
Okay.
maybe I'm too entangled, which is why I'm asking.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna wait until everyone stops becoming laggy.
You're
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, and then with the nature of the spell in my brain, you're like it's very tight around you, so
Yeah. In
I got
any
a
other
10.
situation, this would be good. Oh no! Oh. Rolled a natural one.
You wiggle and you somehow get more entangled.
You just fall
Oh.
over. Now you're
Oh.
prone and entangled.
That
Or
sounds
something.
that sounds like a Matthew thing too.
Yeah. I rolled a
Um,
14.
Sure thing. And Jonathan,
Everyone's just wiggling.
I didn't hear it lagged out when you said what we were needing to roll.
a strength check to see if you wanted to try to get out of the vines that are holding you in place.
Okay.
So yes, Matthew and Alloy, un momento por favore. You guys receive, ouchie, 4 points of damage.
Why, damage?
Because
Oh,
there
no.
are thorns in these stems and these roots. Kadani, you take 2 points.
For strength, dirty 20.
Drench,
Large.
Drench got that
Um,
armor on. Drench got that scale on.
yes, sort of in the adrenaline of the situation, maybe seeing Maeve being the only one face to face with this huge dog, you are just completely clench your muscles and completely rip the vines away. But everyone else is indeed still tangled. But the dog, it looks down at the rations and yes, gives it a big sniff. And it still looks quite mean, but it's not attacking you guys. But it does sort of linger over and sits in front of the house.
Should we call for an owner?
I don't know if we want to meet the owner.
maybe this is our chance to leave. If we can get out of these things.
Would be,
That would
or
be a good
maybe it's a
idea.
chance to investigate what it's guarding. Just suggestion. Anyone want any help, by the way?
I would love help.
I certainly wouldn't mind.
I'm going to ally first.
Thank you.
I'll help Kadani.
Thank you.
A little funky
Sorry.
music.
He's still prone on the ground.
The dog will start to growl even more like he was riled and tries but fails twice to grab each of you as big chomping teeth go.
Oh, oh,
Whoa,
Good puppy.
but
Good puppy.
that's right. Does anyone have any meat on them?
I think I do.
Right. I'm gonna reach into Donnie's back,
Wait,
trying to grab some jerky or whatever she's got.
Jerky.
can I
and stuff.
hand them honey so that it's like sweet meat?
You can
Can a
try-
dog eat honey?
Don't dogs like sweets?
I
Like
don't
it would be like sugar.
I don't know. Like we have horses.
Okay. So, right. Okay. So, maybe you're giving it the jerky.
The jerky, yeah, I'm gonna kind of check it over. There you go. Take your time with that one. No rush at all.
Sure thing. Sort of goes over to it, sniffs it. Yeah. He's gonna try to snap at you again. I got a natural 20 that time.
What?
And so
Silvery barbs.
um,
Silvery barbs.
well, it's not. Oh, is it? That's not applied to a spell. Okay.
Oh, it is.
are you restrained?
Oh,
It's
hold on.
any dice
Yeah,
roll.
this is a string.
Yeah, it's any. dice
Ability check, attack,
roll.
throw, or saving throw.
Cool.
Ability check, attack, roll, saving throw.
Magically
and-
distract the triggering creature. Oh, hold on. A creature you see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw.
Okay, that was a strength. And so
It's up to you. I will let that be your decision.
no, I rolled the second time, and
Oh.
that's 15 plus a lot because it's a dog. So,
Not initiative? Are we?
Okay.
I'm scared.
It's not initiative. But yes, Maeve, you can try to make a dexterity saving throw. to
Yes.
counter
Can I
this.
say that I threw the advantage at me?
Yes.
Thank you. And it said Dex saving throw. Yeah, that
I
wouldn't
think
count
we
as an
go.
area in effect right now. So
E to beat a 30-20.
30, 20. All right. Well, I got above that. I can't do the math right now. 17 plus 7.
Hey. Okay, so yes, this dog is fully on like chasing you at this moment or trying to get you.
Good day. Drench is gonna step in front of her and, like, in between her and the dog, and just say, "Calm yourself." And I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on the dog. I'm pretty sure that applies to animals as well. Let me double check though before I confirm that.
Mia?
Uh, no, never mind.
Oh,
He's gonna do that
no.
anyways, but not cast Calm Emotions because it's only humanoids.
Well, I have a little trick too.
Me too. So like,
Crap.
whoever's order wants to go first.
Yeah, Mia, who do you want to go first?
I think I have something Donnie's gonna try to do as well. Only if I'm allowed.
Let's do Alloy first. Where'd you?
Okay. Now that I can't move. I'm only holding what I'm holding. I'm gonna look at the dog. Can I Misty step away?
Yes.
Lovely. I Misty step behind the dog and don't make any noise.
Lovely. And what do you? Who else wanted? Who? Who?
Go to Shay next because I'm trying to find something first.
Okay, Shay.
Donnie, I assume Donnie's close enough, but she's gonna grab may wiggle as much as she can, and she's going to do dispel magic on the vines to see if she can get the vines free from around her and from Matthew.
You're like trying to. Okay, yeah, no, that works. Okay, go ahead.
Gotcha. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast that. And this is magical effect. So any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using a spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. This success will check the spell ends. So I have to roll? Yeah, ability check using my spellcasting ability.
If it's a spell higher than 3rd level.
It's a 9th level entangle.
It's not 9th level.
Well, is it higher than 3rd level?
You need to roll if it's only if it's higher than 3rd level.
Okay.
You know, I'm checking my notes. Yeah, you're good. No, the vines sort of shrivel away. Yep, okay. Shrivel and wilt away. Now you guys can roll initiative.
Wait, no, I had a thing.
What was it?
I was gonna try and use my lethargy steam. So I was gonna kind of stop in my tracks, and I'm gonna wait for the dog to get closer, and I'm gonna uncork it in its face, because that
Oh.
it says lethargy steam, a jar of purple steam that calms creatures that breathe it in. And you said I had 4 more uses of that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So
Before initiative
Peak.
is rolled.
I did say before. You all saw that.
Peak.
So yeah, I'm gonna do this just that. I'm gonna kind of run away for a minute, stop very suddenly, wait till it catches up, and then I'm gonna, as soon as it gets close enough.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so yes, as you guys are starting to sort of like try and run away, and Maverin turns around right into the dog's nose and sort of like Jules back and coughs and now it's just sort of looking left and right. And you guys starts panting, tongue out, cocks his head.
You just feel so much better, boy. Or girl.
You look down, boy.
Boy.
Can I back away?
Back away towards
Alan.
the cottage?
What?
Back away towards the cottage, or try and into the woods? Because the
I-
dog was in front of the house. If you
Oh
you
yeah,
said
that's
you
a
want-
great question. I'm gonna look at the team and make eye contact. I'm gonna look at the dog. Okay, and then I'm gonna stand still.
Oh, had a time.
I saw Kadani. Yeah.
And the timer is out. So as dog sort of just like seems way calmer now. It's still standing, its head cocked, its tongue panting. Alloy, as you sort of stare at the team and stare at the dog, you hear a from behind you as the creak of the door opens, and
Yeah.
You're kind of
Yeah.
laggedy daggedy.
Yeah, you're going robot.
It's- Yeah, you're roboting. It's like half intelligible. I can hear what you're saying because I grew up on Xbox.
Maybe
Yeah, we
log
can
off
hear you.
one.
It
Valid.
just it's going. It's going. It just is going full robot. Yeah.
There's a creak behind me, and somebody's opening the door.
And then it's literally Bender from Futurama.
No.
Worst case scenario, I start glowing yellow and everything around me hurts, and then I run away.
Please. Don't
Did you
kill
use
us,
all of your
Alloy.
powder, Megan?
My what?
Here we
Did
are.
you use all of the powder?
No,
Nice.
3 more uses?
3 more uses.
Damn!
You might need to calm this person that opened
I'm
the
gonna need
door.
to buy more of this shit.
Apparently.
You want the last part, the last batch of it.
Probably. Shit was good. Hopefully it works.
Hello.
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 Okay. So Alloy, you hear the creak of the door behind you, coming from the house, and when you turn, you don't see anything in the doorway. It's just sort of like really dark inside of the house. Then, like almost right next to you, you hear, "Constable, down, boy." And when you look to the source of the calling, you see a halfling woman with sort of long, curly brown hair, darker skin, wearing those blue and black skirts with sort of like a vest as a shirt, and some tattoos running up her arms as she puts her 2 fingers to her lips and whistles, and the dog immediately sort of whips his head towards this person and then sits down at attention.
Oh, hello. I am so sorry to make a ruckus out here. We're actually enforcers. We wanted to ask a couple of questions. Do you have a good berry? I got scratched on some vines.
Okay, one thing at a time. So, hello. You said
Hello.
you're enforcers? What are you guys doing here? All the way.
We're from the city, as mentioned. We're
Trying
gonna
not to
tour
get
you.
eaten.
Eaten? Well, that's ridiculous. It's just Constable. And she walks up to the dog and starts
Not
petting his
friendly.
large leg. Oh, he's
He's
just a
friendly now.
he just acts mean. But that's just for the show. And she starts to walk over to the rest of the group. So, I presume you were trying to get in.
It's a
We
Big
knocked on the
presumption.
door.
I believe some of
Don't
us
you guys
were
know you
looking to
shouldn't come
make
to a witch's
contact with.
house without-
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
Don't you guys know you shouldn't come to a witch's house uninvited?
Well,
But you
technically,
will look at
legally, we're
Maven.
allowed to.
We honestly just had some questions and we didn't really know how else to really speak with you guys.
She goes and puts her hands on her hips. Well, I guess we're sorry for the entangle. But if you just have a couple questions, I suppose you can come in. Constable, sleep. And Constable starts walking to the back of the house, and you see his body disappears, like sort of the ground shifts once more, as you can sort of assume that he laid down in the back of the house again.
We don't
He
need
is
to
very-
intrude. We're happy to just ask you a couple questions without barging into your home.
Do you just want to talk to me?
Is there someone else you'd recommend?
We might have again a few questions, but if you have anyone else you think would be helpful, you're welcome to invite them.
Well, what's your
Isn't-
business? What's these questions that you want to ask?
Donnie glances at Maeve.
There's been some odd happenings in the city, and we were hoping to get a more arcane perspective from those who we've heard are experts. And that appears to be all of you.
Hmm.
We've been told multiple times that you guys would be the ones to ask, pretty much.
Yes, and I think you're more correct in the plural addressing rather than the individual. If you're not here for one particular person, it's best that you consult with me and all of my sisters. Come along then. And she turns on her heel. You see she's barefoot now with some ankle bracelets around both ankles and charges toward, or not charges, but marches towards the house.
I'll march. Begrudgingly, but just as like
So, as you guys walk up the steps, they creak underneath you. Shay, sorry.
I was just saying, Maeve's gonna get a message in her head. Are you sure you're okay with this?
I don't see what other choice we have, she'll reply. And I'm keeping my mask on, by the way, as well.
Okay. So, you guys start to walk toward the house, the steps creaking underneath your feet. You guys also see that it's just completely dark within this open door. As she steps beside it and gestures her hand for you all to pass through. And as she waits for you all to go and pass through, she goes, "Once you get inside, please take off your shoes and wait to be cleansed."
oh,
To be
okay.
cleansed, you said.
Is that like I might have an allergy to that?
In what way?
I don't know what you mean by cleansed, but if it's some kind of magical healing of any kind, I might get hurt.
I did take a bath this morning.
I need
Hmm.
specifically a good berry, because if not, I might get hurt.
Oh, no. It doesn't have anything to do with water, silly. It's just purification.
Oh, okay.
Very well. And Matthew will remove his boots.
And she sort of steps in front of you, Matthew.
Oh,
You wait outside just a couple more minutes.
very well. And he'll put his boots back.
We can wait for him.
As you wish. And she walks through the door. If you're all waiting with him, then yeah, you guys have a minute or so to interact if you'd like.
Why are they trying to separate you? I don't like this. Just for the record.
Right.
Well, I assume they mean a magical cleansing, whether we have charm or hexes on us or anything the like.
Your
I'm
arm.
willing to be bait.
That might
Oh.
be why.
It could. I'm not certain.
So you hear some tiny footsteps and she comes back. You see that she has a lovely stick of dried herbs in her hand as they are smoking, and starts to go around all of you guys, whispering some sort of things. But this whispering is not normal whispering. It seems to be sort of in your heads just a little bit, like it's reverberating around the space rather than just coming from her. And when she is presumably done, she opens her eyes and steps beside the door once more and goes, "Okay, come on in."
Okay. And Donnie is going to take lead on this. To just go ahead and follow after her.
I'm kicking off my shoes and following to Donnie.
Allie's
Following
barefoot.
Maeve
Also
in.
removing shoes too.
I'm removing boots, following Maverin.
Okay. So, fun. When you step inside, you are very thrown off by the size of the interior, as it does not match the small cottage you saw on the outside. You are now looking at a grand entrance and lounge area, akin to higher paid hotels some of you may have visited before. There is a grand chandelier seemingly made from black metal holding dozens of candles as it aids in giving to the light for the communal space activities that take place below. A handful of feminine presenting individuals, all wearing flowing black and dark blue colored skirts with their choice of top or none at all, as they continue to chat or drink tea on the couches as they lay back or read a book or proceed to hand stitch some sort of clothing item or play simple card and dice games by the massive fireplace. Despite the larger space, it is quite cozy in its decor. Many potted plants and stems of dried herbs scatter the place, paintings of the sun and moon, and old painted portraits of more feminine presenting people on the walls. Patterned rugs are mixed and matched bohemian style on the glossed wooden floors. The furniture all looks very humbly handmade, and it smells of cardamom and vanilla in here. And now let's go ahead and change the scene. Heavy concepts. So not 100%, but heavy concepts.
Dawson, when you hear the picture.
Oh, I'll put it.
Too late.
Oh, no.
Too
Oh,
late.
My fault.
You're too late.
My
You're too
fault.
late.
God,
You're too late.
damn.
You're too late. All right.
Think I heard it the 5th time. God.
Touche.
But
So yeah,
Oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Matthew will look around a little bit. Quite the charming abode that you have, Miss. I don't believe we've exchanged.
I'm called Kenny.
Miss Kenny.
Thank you. Welcome to our coven.
Very pretty here. I like it. Oh, the chandelier is so pretty.
Quite beautiful. Mia, as I'm looking around, do I spot anyone that matches the appearance of that image you gave me?
Sure, you can make a perception check.
What was the last part of it? You cut out a little.
Oh, I just said same thing with anyone else who wants to try and
Oh.
see if they can find him.
I would like to see if Miss. What do you say? Cadid?
Kenny.
Kenny, my fault. If she seems to be one of the people that Matthew has seen once in a time when spotting the sister of Sabine in the street.
Sure.
And I got a 12, so.
I got 15.
You got a 10.
Doing
In
good,
history.
guys.
So yeah.
25.
So, I would say Maverick and Matthew. There's a lot of women in here. There's lots of women, and none of them really look the same. I mean, everyone notices this it's a pretty diverse group of women that are here interacting with each other. Very pleasant smiles and cackling laughs. But no, for Maven, you don't recognize anyone that matches your memory. And Matthew, you do catch two of the women that you've seen outside of the city hall during the first protest, as they are drinking tea and talking with each other. Kadani, you're seeing all these same things. And same thing with Alloy. But with Alloy, you do see like some women that you think you recognize. But what's really, really outstanding to you, Alloy, is that up in the balcony area, you see another feminine figure that seems to stand out just a little bit as she is surveying all of the other women that are down below. You see this woman, she sort of has like this very pale gray skin with sort of like yellow eyes, almost like a cat, and these tufts of dark red hair. And you see she has a pretty long neck and wearing golden jewels from her wrist down to her arms. And yeah, that's what you see.
Hey. Well, I'm so happy to be in such a lovely space, but my acquaintance Kadani here actually had some questions. Because we're actually with the enforcers in the city, and this is pertaining to a couple of different things that have been a little concerning or just different in the city recently that you might be able to help with.
You're talking to Kenny?
Yes, this was Kenny.
Yes, you mentioned all of that. Here, let me lead you guys through just a little bit. I would like for all of my sisters to know of your presence. And we can talk everything that you would like to talk about.
Lovely. Alloy is gonna start like saying hi and like handshaking everyone individually.
Donnie's gonna do something similar as well.
Maeve is not touching anybody.
Matthew, same.
They're being
Matthew is just, if they say hello, he'll nod, but he's keeping his arm behind his back a little bit, as usual. Yeah.
I will say Donnie's only going to handshake if anybody reaches out to specifically do that. She is going to do like the hi, hello, oh, this is such a beautiful place, like little waves and things like that. Focus, but
Definitely anxiously getting left hanging every once in a while.
I know. Sort of Kinney, and that's Kinny. Kinney. As she's introducing you to all of these lovely, diverse women, she's like, "Oh, this is Fiona. This is Isa. This is Vana," and you know, all of them are greeting you with smiles and openness. And yes, some of them are sort of giving nods of acknowledgement and appreciation. Some of them are giving you excited waves, and some of the yes are actually going in for the handshake. If you would receive it. And it is now then, Alloy, I'll say you'll keep your 25 as you see that very unique looking woman is no longer where she once was, as you've been going through this place. And you see now that she's sort of like at the precipice of the stairs. As you see now, she's wearing a very long like gown that's all black and blue, and the golden jewelry all down her body, really complementing her skin color and these clothes. As she goes, "Well, I see we have some new friends."
yes, ma'am. We were wanting to ask you for some advice and for information. If you have the time.
And her chin is held high as she looks down at all of you. But it's not in condescension. It's simply in regality. You hear the clicking of her heels as she descends from the stairs, and all of the sisters begin to stand in her presence and acknowledge her as she walks. She sort of walks very, very slowly, very intentionally, very swaying back and forth. Um, you need help.
Yes, ma'am. There is something troubling our people and causing an increase in emotions such as like frustration and depression and despair. And we were told that maybe you may have a lead that we could look into something that might cause such a increase of these emotions, um whether it be magical or so forth.
And you see that her cheekbones are very maleficent. Like you see now that like very close up, you see that her eyebrows are sort of raised at the corners. Yes, a little bit of mocking. As she is listening to you. I see. And why is it that we should help the city?
There are people dying, and we were led that if there was anybody who is a master of the arcane arts, it would be you, as in all of you. And we want to protect our people. And I was hoping that you may find the kindness in your hearts to help give us any advice that you might be willing to give.
And there's no guarantee that whatever's happening in the city won't eventually spread beyond its walls.
You see all of the sisters sort of look at each other, some of them whispering in each other's ears, and you can sort of hear a little bit of that. All of you make persuasion checks. Well, actually, you know what? You know what? Maeve and Kadani make persuasion checks, actually.
Dude, I didn't even have the chance to add something. They said everything that needed to be said. That's perfect.
Fire,
Mm.
All
fire.
right, hold on.
It's a
That-
27.
I'm gonna throw a bardic on that actually. And you think I would remember at this point as to what my bardic is? Give me a second. That is math. Hold on. Persuasion. That is 29.
You
Is that a
see,
collective 50?
yeah. You see as she closes her eyes and rolls her shoulders back. You can hear as she does so. And sort of the whispering between all the sisters sort of get louder, and then she holds her hands up like this, and all the talking ceases. You have questions? We may have the answers. Let me introduce myself. And she bows her head only slightly towards you all. I am called Jezanel Grimward. I am the supreme witch of this coven.
My name is Kadani. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Mara, pleasure.
My name is Alloy. Alloy looks at Mavern really confused for half a second.
Names have power.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's just I don't think Alloy's heard your fake name before.
There's a new one every time.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Matthew Blakewood. And you'll side eye at Maverin.
Is this one averse to talking? She refers to Drench.
A bit.
I speak when is necessary.
Nice to meet you too, Drench. So she turns on her
knows.
heel.
She
Mhm.
knows.
She turns on her heel and begins walking away. Come now, sisters. As she walks up the stairs.
I float over the railing.
Donnie follows.
I'm
Yeah,
following.
Matthew will acquiesce. Mm-hmm.
So, as she glides up the stairs, all of her sisters follow along with her, with you guys trailing short behind. Yeah.
If is the rest of them like, are they walking or are all of them gliding?
Oh no, Mia.
Oh no, they're walking.
Okay.
Gliding as in just like the description of the walk. that she-
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, if all of them are gliding all of a sudden, like they're gonna get like an advantage on intimidation checks with Donnie.
No. She's just she's so graceful in her step that it looks like she's gliding.
The little
Um
footsteps.
so um she leads you off of the balcony into a hallway and through a big open arch, and through this arch you see is sort of another lounging area with lots of big comfy seating, lots of big hanging, like, what's that called, banners and tapestry hanging from the ceiling. It smells a little bit smoky in here as she takes her seat sort of at the head of this room. Lots of very constellation type of vibe in here. Lots of dark blues and purples and some shimmers of gold and silver everywhere in its design. And right in the middle of it all is is a sort of polished purple metal apparatus contraption with a bunch of sort of like seems like string or tubes that are connected to what seem to be musical mouthpieces. Um, and she picks up one of them and places it in her mouth. As you see that in the middle of this apparatus, there's sort of like a glass little orb as it starts to roil and boil as she inhales and then puffs out this green smoke. And all the sisters begin to just lounge with each other, some of them embracing, some of them just holding hands and sitting crisscross applesauce. Um, and then the Supreme Witch, Janelle, turns to all of you. Let us begin. What are your questions?
Matthew will sit, inviting the other to do so, most likely.
Mhm.
Donnie will sit as well.
Mhm.
Mayfern
Yeah.
will stay
Oh.
standing. But like by the edge over by maybe by Matthew.
Donnie is entirely entranced by the thing. But is going to snap to when she asks and goes, is there magic that could drive a person to harm somebody they love?
And you see all the sisters sort of giggle to themselves as the Supreme Witch doesn't giggle. She's a sort of stone face in her mogging as she goes, yes, there are many. Countless, even. Could you be more specific?
Specifically, we're talking about something that's between very sentimental or tightly woven emotional ties. Something that seems to be happening with people that are going through moments of stress. Um,
Frustration.
and it could even be something that you might have noticed. I was going to ask if I could a more general question of have you sensed any of the evil that resides in the city as someone that's attuned to the arcane?
And she looks at each and every one of you. To answer your first question, relationships, communication, love, and the lack thereof is a very frail thing. She grabs one of the tubes again and takes a hit and puts it back down. Think of any connection that you make with anyone as a rope easily cut by a simple dagger, or a branch easily snapped by the lightest pressure of a foot. Magic only does so much. When it comes to that type of magic, severing a connection between two people, why, it only chips away at the rope. It only makes a crack in the branch. It is the people who are under the spell that make the sever.
We're worried that the people under the spell are being put in positions where they don't have a fighting chance to not trigger that separation.
Or
As
go ahead.
no, go ahead, Matthew.
It would also seem as if the population seems to be having been granted these knife, as you so call them, these dagger. Perhaps without realizing it.
Oh, yes. A severed connection can take place under noses, like any pollutant in the air. And she crosses her legs. Nothing specific comes to mind, however, if it is targeted and specific, then whoever casted the spell certainly, obviously, has a sort of pleasure in the severing itself, something to gain from it, or some type of sick play, I suppose. To answer your second question, there are many dark presences in the city. Many. Hard to sift through just one.
More specifically, I wanted to ask about any feeling or weight or almost veil that you're able to sense or see around spiritually that might be shrouding people from being able to perceive or feel the rest of the things that might be going on around them or altering how they feel them like a filter.
Some sort of glamour.
Glamour.
I'm sorry to say that yes, but nothing specific. Love spells, hate spells, forget me spells. It's everywhere. Nothing that's congruent or the same. It's all different. Everyone has their signature scent of magic.
You're sure there's no undertones that persist throughout?
And you see one of the other sisters off to the side, long, pin straight white hair and sort of this um dark blue skin, long ears, almost like a drow. As she says, "Forgive me, madam, but I think they are referring to the dampening that is happening amongst the community of the Pyre citizens, the growing of negativity." She goes, "I do not venture into the city as much. Go on, sister." And you see her continue as she goes, "Well, yes, traveling in the city, I see many things that didn't quite happen before. People getting angrier, people getting more aggressive, and people being less forgiving toward one another and their stranger and their neighbors.
Mhm.
Sometimes big crowds of people yelling for some reason. Quite funny." As she sort of giggles with her sister who sits beside her.
That
But
is
it
one
is
of the things.
quite concerning, I will admit. I do not have any sensitivities to any magical auras, but I understand what you are referring to. And another one of the sisters across the way, seemingly of dragonborn descent, goes, "And me too."
Do you know of
Mhm.
any way that we can ritually detect something? I know that,
Oh, God.
yeah, it's okay. I know that rituals are a little more consistent, or they're a little more robust than trying to cast a normal spell. So, is there any kind of help you could give, or even information that we could go and try and figure out how to execute? We've been struggling to identify what's happening for a long time.
Or if there is someone of knowledge that you would know that would enjoy this twisted trick, as you mentioned, that if there is really someone behind this, a nature that is either maniacal or cruel, something to aim us toward.
And I was just now listening to our sisters talking the points that you all just made. You see that her gaze has averted to her hands that are sort of across her lap in this moment. Not her head, just her eyes. And then back up at you all. This coven is very familiar with this type of interference, if you will. But it is behind us.
Do you mean it's behind you?
Like a persuasion check.
Um,
And I give them the help action.
Yeah, I would say like Alloy. I think Alloy should take the lead on this one since
Sure.
they've been talking the most.
Okay.
But
Can I
could
roll with
I?
Can I give
advantage?
Yeah, can someone give them advantage
Yeah.
at least? Like maybe Kadani, who's also been helping her.
There's
Okay, just like you say. Yes, Ally, you can have advantage. What were you gonna say, Brandon, and then Drench? I see you unmuted.
Yes. I very faintly recall a story about the Coven prior that had someone more troublemaking, if I recall. Would the illusion maybe seem to recall to such information? Maybe? Or like such past?
Are you trying to see if she's alluding to the past of the Coven from what you've heard before of them?
Yes, yes.
I can make a history check.
Great.
Um,
I got a
Drench?
17.
Just as he is untrusting of newer people, especially in situations like this, could Drench passively just be having an insightful mind if that like just like keeping an eye on everyone and seeing if there are anything if he picks up on anything that's maybe not deceitful, I guess, but
Odd,
trickery.
strange. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Um, I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Um, and with your 17, Alloy, she goes, for decades now, this coven, what it was known for, went through a evolution. And Brandon, what'd you get?
I got a natural 20 for 25.
Yes. So as she begins to say that, it sort of snaps for you. During that night on the Arcanation Raven, you do not recall seeing the Supreme Witch, but you do recall some of the witches that are in this very room were there. And before the blind eye brownie is kicked in,
Hmm.
you do recall some people, particularly two individuals who were whispering about them and their past of using their powers and sort of like their signature arcane doings, wrongdoings, if you will, was sabotaging people's lives, but not by their own hand. So, sort of indirectly doing that. And so she continues. It's gone through a sort of evolution. Currently, we are performers. As she smiles at all of you, and now you're realizing that she has these pointy teeth. She goes, we dance and we sing. We perform to help people, rid them of their sorrows and their negativity, casting out things that do not serve them anymore. Many witches around the world like to thank the moon for their magical abilities. Despite appearances, as she looks around at all of her sisters and her own clothing and just the room and the design, we do the opposite. And we always have, even before the switch. We use the sun. As the moon keeps hidden truths and wisdom. However, the sun brings the truths to the full light. And so, our ancestors before us, our previous members, from generation upon generation, they thought it best to help people. And she says that with a tone of very heavy quotes. by teaching them lessons of their own lives. People would come to our coven speaking of an ailment, a stressor, and the witches of this coven would make a deal with these people. We were very heavy-handed with the tough love, I guess you could say. We wouldn't go to their place of residence or be their fairy godmothers and prevent whatever they didn't want to happen to them. But rather, we would give them a challenge, something that they could work towards in order to learn from their mistakes. But for the witches before us, that often meant in harsh condition. For example, someone had an addiction to alcohol. This deal would mean that all of their problems would go away if that person never touched a drink again. Or perhaps somebody who is trying to get over a lover. Well, you guessed it. They were banned from ever seeing that person again. If they failed in this, well, the fine print of the deal would entail that this person would be infatuated, often destroying themselves. The alcoholic would drink themselves dry. The lover would be obsessed, hopelessly devoted to the end of their days. Things of that nature. So, of course, oftentimes people would fail in their dealings and blame us for the inevitable end.
But now you do soul healing? Or subconscious division? Or whatever?
Like what they did during the Arcanation Raven.
Oh, no. We do purification. We cast out the things that people do not want within themselves. They do not forget.
Would there be... Would you know of anyone who would remain to partake of these old ways, these old contract, these deals? Perhaps not here in the coven, but someone on the exterior of it.
We'll make insight checks.
Oh,
You say everyone
Yeah.
or just Matthew?
Everyone.
We trying to find a rogue witch.
Uh-oh.
Someone maybe trying to blame the coven or pin.
Lying to the coven.
Some
Insight?
lady didn't get invited to the coven, so they were trying to fucking sabotage it.
That's gonna be 12,
Oh, let's go.
12 for 17 total.
I also got a 17.
Yay!
The dice are nice with Donnie today.
I never do good at
Dirty
insight.
20.
Oh, I got a 16.
Nice.
Rat.
6, 7.
Anyways, so Kidani, Alloy, and Matthew. When Matthew asks that, you keep your focus on Jezanel. As you see, sort of for the first time since meeting her, she shifts a little bit. She sort of sits up straighter and sort of moves her hair off to the side. And clears her throat, losing her composure a little bit at the mention. But with Drench, you don't only notice Jezanel, but as you are paying attention to everything in this room, just in case, with your prefacing, you notice that the other witches in this room give very knowing looks. As if what Matthew had just said was 100% correct.
Mia, looking around, am I still not seeing that person that you'd sent me the image of?
You were not.
Are we under the impression, like, does this look like it's pretty much the full coven, or were there still people, like, mingling elsewhere?
That was the full coven in here.
Oh, fuck.
How many people you said there were around?
Around like 20 and 25.
Hey,
Aye, aye. Mm,
That could be worse.
As Matthew says that, she goes, "Are you here because you feel as though we are the cause of this happening in the city?"
not you in particular. However, the tale that you just told, the example of which one would drown himself into the very outcome they swore to cease, sound far too likely in resemblance to a case that we've just now explored in a few days prior.
Sounds a lot like somebody maybe trying to copy.
or frame.
And judging by the room, it seems that perhaps you know an answer to it. To what I ask, at least.
I need everyone to make one last persuasion check. This is a group thing.
Ooh,
I'll
I'm
throw,
I'm
I'll
gonna
throw
use.
Bardic on this.
Could
I'm gonna
could I
use-
say one last
Damage
thing?
and everything.
Or nah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Okay. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna roll. Oh, yes.
so per
Come on,
thing. If
allied
I
dice.
rolled lower than a 9, it makes it a 10. That is a 6, so that's 16 plus 10. That is 26 for Donnie.
That's a 12 plus a 7 plus a 5. The 7 is from the dice. Wait, do I have more than that in. I have 7. Oh, no, never mind. It's 12 plus 7 plus 7. So that's also 26.
A nat 1 plus 10
No!
for a total of 10, but nat 1.
Oh, aye. A dirty 20.
Lord.
Drench wasn't speaking, so I got a 6. He's just watching.
Okay.
Yep.
You see that her eyebrow raises even higher than what you ever could imagine.
It's in her hair.
No.
And the whispering from the other sisters gets louder and voices of concern. And it goes to a little bit of a crescendo before she once again holds up her hands and the whispering ceases. "Oh, Dola," she says.
Dola?
Dola.
"Yes." She stands up and starts to walk around the room, giving head pats to some of her sisters, a little bit of a encouraging hand on the shoulders to some, rifling through some hair. She used to be one of us. Rotundula. That is her name.
What does Rotundula look like?
None of us know, really. She always loved to change.
Do you think she could be Maeve? Do you think she could be?
Did she have a favorite disguise? We
She
might
knew
have an idea of potentially something.
she knew she wouldn't be harmed if she was a human.
Hmm.
Where is she?
We do not know. The connections, as I mentioned earlier, for which it's a little more deep than that. Once the connection is severed, it is that for good. We do not know of her whereabouts.
I mean, you have to know something. A last known location?
Did she speak at all about Vaxilin before she was off?
Oh, no, no. She was orphaned. We found her many years ago.
If she had cast a spell on somebody, or say, for example, cursed somebody, would you be able to trace her magic from that person to her?
No. It is part of the severing.
If instead of tracing, could you at least tell? You mentioned earlier a signature kind of, whenever somebody casts a spell, they have a bit of a signature to them. Would you be able to match that to somebody who may be under her curse or under her spell?
If her signature did not change when we casted her out, then possibly. We casted her out for a reason.
I haven't.
Dandela was always a little difficult, and all of the sisters start to giggle at that sentence. But she was one of us. She loved harder than anyone in this room. One day she came to us as sisters, speaking of a terrible tragedy that she had witnessed. She wanted to help, but using the ways that we no longer do, the old ways, the malicious ways. I forbade her, and she forsook us. But she tried to persuade time and time again, to the point of obsession. She was no longer good-hearted. We had to let her go.
What was the tragedy?
She would not tell us.
Did anyone else join her in her departure?
Not that I know of. All of my sisters are here.
How long ago was this? Hmm.
Many, many years ago.
If you can give any sort of roundabout number.
And she
I understand.
goes goes back to her dais, if you will, to sit down and cross her legs again. And she thinks to herself, I cannot recall. And you see that some of the sisters sort of rush to her side, one of them holding a handkerchief. And she remains stone cold and looking off past you all now, as one tear starts to fall, and the sister very quickly pats.
I'm sorry for asking a emotional question. But this is a message to Maeve's mind. I think they may be able to help track her or determine if this is what caused it.
I hope so. And Mayrin is going to take her mask down. And she will approach the dais. My name is Mayrin Dinlayan. And I think that she did something to me. Dola. And I think she specifically targeted me. And I don't know how to stop it or how to find her. And I would really appreciate if you could at least confirm if it was her.
And she looks at you, and you see a little bit of sympathy there. No insight needed, as her stone porcelain sort of expressions are easily cracked with a little bit of emotion. As she nods her head and goes, when she left Rotundula Lacrimabre, she had a seed of hate toward me and my sisters. If she is doing this dampening amongst the city, it could very well be because of us. We were her only family. If you feel that she has touched you with her abilities, there may be something that we can do to help you.
Please.
Yes, please.
And she stands up, and she sort of leans in towards you. My friend Dinlayan, if we shall do this for you, we need you open, mind, body, and heart. Do you accept?
Mayrin is gonna reach into her bag. She's gonna grab the I guess the hex bag that
Protective charm.
we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, the protective charm, and she is going to toss it over her shoulder to Matthew. Lay it on me.
And she stands up tall, back in her stone expression as she goes, let us begin. And we'll take a 10-minute break.
Oh, no!
Finally.
After these messages,
Yes.
messages, Hello.
We got-
Have this
we got
ever
it.
happened to you?
I told you we
Oh,
should have just
no.
walked
Hey,
in your
open
door.
up.
The dog still wanted to eat us, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
But-
But it's alright. It's alright.
I'm
I
so
need
desperate
to
I'm
go. I'll
willing
be
to
right, be right back.
let her root around in my brain.
Yeah, that's how
What is
that's how
she
you know
smoking?
Maeve is desperate, is if she's agreeing, oh, you need to be open-minded? Sure.
Open, baby. Come on in.
Our most
Did-
closed off person outside of our war criminal. Oh hey.
We have a 10-minute break.
10 minutes.
Mia,
Well, she's preparing.
Yeah.
did they like circle around her, or is it just like, do they all kind of just continue staying where they were?
No, the sisters stood with they stayed where they were, but it was the Supreme Witch who was talking to Maven was the only one who moved closer to her.
Okay.
The witches though are surrounding the supreme leader though, right?
They like,
Yeah,
keep
like-
it, right?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah, just some of them, like 4
Yeah.
of them.
Trench is gonna, if could I say that he kind of stepped a little closer, not like to the point of like getting in their way, but just a little closer to where
Sure.
Mavrin is.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. All right, 10 minutes. Yes, before we continue, welcome back from the break. I forgot to mention. Yes, so this month is Pride Month, y'all. It's June, one of the best months ever. Not just because of Pride Month, but it's also Pacific Islander Heritage Month and Asian American Heritage Month and Caribbean Heritage Month. All of the things. All of the things.
And there was
obviously this-
Juneteenth.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say that. This past Friday was Juneteenth. And today in June is the summer solstice, where winter is slowly beginning to come back into our lives. And so yes, I wanted to say specifically with the celebrations of the heritages and of course of pride is that obviously this game uses an abundance of both, and so pride is all about acceptance and love is love, and so any depictions of queerness is done out of love and of extensive research, okay, and love and care. Same thing with anything, any depictions of cultural customs. So, with that, let's go ahead and get back into it. So, after you guys, Mavrin had allowed these sisters to commence in whatever they wanted to try to help Mavrin with whatever is happening with her. They led you all back outside of their cottage. With Constable standing at attention and coming around the house. Kenny once more goes, "Nope, boy, it's okay. Go and sit, go lay down." And he goes, and just like sort of goes back to the back of the house. But all of the sisters join you all in this. Un momento, por favore. Get everything set up and I have nothing ready. Okay, so anyway, so all right. So as Jezanel leads everyone outside, the sisters begin to move, but turns to the rest of you and goes, "We are going to be trying one of our most eldest purification rituals. Think of it as what you mundanes call it, remove curse, but stronger. So, if Rotundula has touched you, I do hope that the magic that she uses and that we will use to counter hers will indeed help you. And she goes over to you, Mavren. Come with me.
Do you first want to confirm that it was Rotundala's signature?
And this is how we do it.
Right. I'm gonna follow her.
And she sort of turns around on her shoulder to the rest of you. It is best for you all to spectate.
Okay.
And
You've got
she
this, Maeve. You've got this.
My safe word is
You're gonna-
pineapple.
You're gonna do great.
No, it's
she
not.
hands you over to she hands you over to Kenny. As she gently ushers you to the middle of a circle that they have created. As they begin to, the sisters around you begin to lock hands with each other and make intense eye contact with you. Kenny instructs you to lay down. All you
Well,
need to do is sit, lay down flat on your back, up towards the sky.
that's it. As I start sitting down and laying down.
Perfect.
Great.
And just a little bit of a tip. Breathe, okay?
Hmm.
You may feel some things, but you're in good hands.
Feel what?
And she just gets up and walks away. And she
Oh.
and so you feel sort of like this the coarse the coarse blades of green of the grass cushioning you. She backs away and joins the other sisters in their readied positions around you. And the clouds overhead seem to be angrier than before you entered the cottage. The Supreme Witch then slowly walks towards you as they close the circle, kneeling down to place what seem to be tiger's eye and amethyst gems around you. And then going into a side pouch that she has, and with her hand sprinkling these salt, it seems like, and pepper all over your body. And she does this with whispers, and Maeve, you don't feel anything. However, the spectators, the rest of you, you see like a greenish aura flake off of her with each thrust of the salt and the pepper. And Jezanel kneels down to you. Seems as though she hasn't changed a bit.
It is her.
Indeed, green was her signature. And she stands up. And it's now just the two of you inside of the circle as she slowly raises her hands to the skies, closes her eyes, and takes a deep breath. And then, headphones up. Headphones up. They commence. You hear sharp, melodic, and moving of feminine voices of the sisters as they begin to chant, rhythmic and fast-paced as the surrounding sisters sway back and forth, raising their hands and stomping their feet in unison as Jezanel begins to do a sort of interpretive dance, Wild, free, and unexpected, but still being fluid, strong and graceful, and intentional with how she moves her body as she chants as well. Maeve, you can feel the vibrations of their voices and stomps as it moves your whole body. And after a couple of moments, you start to feel the heat of the sun, as those clouds, as you all witness as well, have parted somehow to reveal the sun and its shining face. It is when the light gets too much for your eyes that you close them shut and the chanting voices become whispers in your ears, the high-pitched ringing getting louder and louder, that tight feeling all over every muscle in your body surfacing even more so than before when you were in Orphan's place. And the rest of you were seeing this glowing aura grow bigger and bigger from her. She's writhing in pain. But, Maven, you are no longer there anymore. All of a sudden, the pain stops, the screaming stops, both yours and theirs. And you're somewhere that is unfortunately familiar to you. Scene change.
Oh.
I'm going to read this. One second.
Deep breaths.
There's a grayish light about this place. Looking around to see once again that great open landscape of dark, gray, sharp, jagged protrusions of stone-like reflective raw material, resembling some sort of wasteland that was created by a fierce battle that goes on for miles and miles as you stand on top of an elevated formation. The skies are a deep, smoky color with black clouds that glide overhead, and the only source of light in this desolate image is a dim light from a farce sun. What do you do?
Looking around, do I see the shadow?
You look all around you, and then you sense something, and you turn and it jumps you as the shadow is there 10 feet away from you.
Why are you doing this to me?
And you hear nothing but the wind in this place as it just stands there, foreboding. But then it points a crooked finger to one of the jagged formations.
I'll approach the formation that it points to.
And as you look, you do recall, and you see it once more, that the reflective surface of all of these jagged protrusions everywhere that look like stones are almost mirrors, portals. And as you go towards the one that it's pointing to, you hear whispers, but not those kind. You hear a feminine voice that you haven't heard in a very, very long time. A blurry image as you approach. What do you do?
Is it her?
Who?
The woman from before. The one that I've been trying to remember? Rotundula?
No. The image is blurry, but the voice that you are starting to come to mind is your great aunt Natalie on your father's side. And a young basso voice responding to her. I can't make out what they're saying quite.
I'm gonna go closer.
As you go closer, there's a shift. And suddenly, you're in a little bit of a dank looking room. You see a twin bed with wool sheets on it. The color palette in here is dark browns and blues and maybe the occasional maroon. And you see a desk with an oil lamp and 2 figures sitting on it. As one of the figures, seemingly masculine, is writing something with a quill, as the person sitting next to him, a feminine figure with long blonde hair, as she's pointing to something on the paper that the man is writing. Now you see, you can't add those two together. When it comes to mechanics like this, you have to first, and you see the masculine presence as he turns to her. From just the profile, you know it instantly. You've known it since the day you were born. A young version of your father. Clean shaven face, dark brown hair, blue eyes. As he goes, you have to find the common denominators first, and then add them together to get the proper hardness of the material. That is correct. Go ahead. You see that he smiles at your aunt Natalie and starts writing fervorously. You know, it's very honorable of you. Wanted to take over the business one day. Your grandfather would be very proud. I know he was. And your father turns to your great aunt and goes, I think it only makes sense. I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. There's people here, and he stands up and starts putting the paper that he was just writing onto his bed. And they're both obviously not aware of your presence. Everyone's just so full of blah. Everyone's so boring. Everyone's the same. Everyone thinks the same. Everyone says the same things. Everyone's so hateful here. I don't want to surround myself with that anymore. Sometimes I feel I'll turn into one of them if I'm not too careful. And she just smiles at him and goes, I understand what you're saying. But you're only 19. Why don't you get some other priorities in straight? Just a little bit. He goes, what other priorities? I'm educated. I have money. Some prospects. And all of a sudden there's a ding 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 downstairs. Like Seppa first. That big mind of yours. You just feel it somehow. And she stands up. And he sort of laughs at what she says, and they both walk out of the room. And go ahead.
It. If I try to like press on the glass, does anything change?
The glass of
Like the metallic like mirrory things that where the memories are? Or is this not in that one of those? Is this just kind of in the distance?
No, you're in the scene.
Oh, okay. Can I follow?
Yeah, like yes, yes you can. So as they go downstairs. And there's sort of a little bit of a bustling going on as you see a young version of your aunt, Rianne. She's very young at this stage. You can guess 19. This is the year of 1558. Vaxilin. As you see that the interior decor of the place has reverted to the style of the time, which is very much Victorian, lots of dramatic black drapes and green, sheens to the floor and the wall design and everything of that. As your father passes your aunt and sort of tufts her head. Seems like I will be better at mathematics than you quite soon, sister. And she goes, yeah, right. And they all sort of turn a corner into the dining room. And in there, what you see is someone you never got the chance to meet. I've seen his face in pictures, portraits. It's your grandfather, Kirsten. As you see that he is in very professional, his teacher garbs, if you will, the glasses at the bridge of his nose, a little bit of exhaustion to his face, but turns into complete bliss as through the kitchen door, carrying some sort of steaming pot, is your grandmother, Lamora. With her hair in a high bun, wearing these Victorian garbs as she places the pot in the middle of this very humble dining table. And she goes, all right, everyone, please set up your places. You know exactly what to do. You're older now. I'm not any younger, so please help me out here. And you see that your grandfather, your grandmother, and your aunt, your great aunt, sit down at the table and begin to fill their own drink glasses with some sort of brown alcoholic liquid as your father and aunt go into the kitchen for a brief moment. As your grandfather says, today was a little bit harder than I had anticipated. And Lamora goes, oh really? Why's that? We had a little bit of a visit today from the board. I was right in the middle of dismantling the ridiculousness of tieflings hailing from the hills when there was a knock at the door. I had to erase the board and scramble with my papers saying shush to all the class. And Lamora goes, yes, well, you're doing the hard work. The secret hard work. I know it changed me. And he smiles at her and grabs her hand. And then coming back through the door is your father and your aunt. as they continue to tease each other passively, carrying their own plates and forks and spoons and their own cups. As they sort of just commence on small talk and begin to eat dinner. Then there's at the door, a knock. Your grandfather picks up his napkin, wipes his lips, and says, I'll get it, and hurries over to the front door. And as it creaks open, what you see, Mavren, you can't really see in the darkness of the night, but what you do see is a pair of glowing green eyes first. And then your grandfather, in complete confusion and shock, as he goes, Heron? And with big, hulking footsteps, in through the door is your great uncle, Heron, with a single gray streak in his frizzed black hair. You immediately can tell, and as everyone glances at him and recognizes him, but just barely, gasps ring out as his skin is deathly pale. His eyes are a glowing lime green. There's black smoke sort of just floating along with the movements of his hands. There's visible red and pulsing, glowing veins underneath this pale skin. What is this? What have you done? And Heron begins to laugh very low. This evil chuckle. I've done it, brother. I've done it. And he smiles, and you see this almost like rotted teeth. What do you mean you've done it? Look at you. You've been gone for stars know how long. What happened to you? And the rest of the family members at the table are just completely gobsmacked and don't know what to say. You said you wanted a way out. You said you wanted a way for them all to see the power that some of us here in Vaxilin can wield. Or I've done it. I've traveled far and wide to obtain this, and I am not going to let go. Are you talking in riddles? What are you talking about? Talk to me. Just look, he says. It's a grin, a nasty grin that stretches across his face, and he starts to lift his hand. His eyes glow even brighter, and the lamps in the place start to flicker, the flames flickering, changing colors. The dining table, the couch that's off to the side, the chairs, the chandelier that's up top start to shake in their place until everything just shifts all at once, moving everyone as they yelp, and your aunt screams, and your grandmother pleads out as their chairs move and start to lift slightly from the floor, as everything in here has sort of become animated. There's a sort of wind and a chill that starts to whip through everyone's hair as it goes. We will be unstoppable now. What have you done? Your grandfather says. I don't understand. You have powers now. Brother, this is terrifying. This is not you. And you see your great uncle as he turns from a very sick glee slowly into confusion and anger. What do you mean? This is what I've always dreamed of. You know, this is what I've always dreamed of, having the power to do anything that I wanted, to whomever I wanted, and I finally had it. Someone was gracious enough to give me the power that I needed to succeed in my life. And he goes, this is unnatural. This is not who we are. We aren't spellcasters. You need to stop. You're scaring everyone. I will not stop, he yells, and everything in the room becomes more intense, starts to whip around even more. Your aunt falls a little bit from her chair and is hanging on by the leg of it, and your father calls out, Rian! As she begins to slip. Brother, stop this now! And he tries to push your great uncle. But as he does, there's a bam of energy, and you see your grandfather get flown across the room towards the stairs as a great crack hits him. I will not stop. I don't care who you are. I don't care who is in my way. I will never stop. And he starts to choke on his words a little bit. Almost like he's straining in his place. Brother, what's wrong? And it's in this moment that your great uncle, as things are moving and whipping and moving very swiftly across the room, it stops. He begins to float, unable to talk, his face turning a dark, dark gray. And when everything stops moving, there's a moment, and his irises start to turn red. His eyes start to bleed. His teeth become black. And it's then that all of the objects that were just floating, and your family scrambles to your grandfather to protect him. Everything in the room ushers towards your great uncle, completely smashing him in. As he falls dead to the floor. Meanwhile, you're witnessing this, Maeve. The rest of you are still witnessing Mavrin as she thrashes and she screams, and you're seeing these billows of green and red and black smoke, arcane energy just throb from her essence. As the voices get more intense and more intense, even from Jezanel, as she is practically screaming at this point. What do you all do as you watch this?
It's starting to get scary. But I know if Benny's gonna be able to help. I just
Let us continue to watch. If things become more dire than they already are, perhaps we'll be
Babe,
able
you've
to.
got this. You've got this. that's all Kadani can do. Is just try to pray and hope Dave's okay.
Aloy is plugging their ears, looking at the ground, and maybe crying. This is a stressful scene.
Matthew is very much focusing on the situation, like eyes locked on Mavrin and everything that either comes out of her or the movement that she does, just locked in like a hound, just waiting.
Okay. We go back to Maeve. As you see your uncle having just been smashed by all of these items, his bloodied face as he looks off, soulless, on the floor. You see these tears having been ran from his eyes. You see his eyes are still glowing, but they're beginning to dim and dim even more. As the rest of your family is too stunned to speak or move. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I've given us the stone.
They wanted me to be open. That is a nat 20.
Okay. So, with that, you are whisked away back to the moor of to the desolate place.
Is
The
that what you want to
shadows-
show me?
And just again, the shadow just stands there.
What's your goal? To torture me? To show me how fucked everything is?
And it starts to glide towards you, float towards you.
Why are you doing this?
You hear a very hushed, gravelly, aged type of voice as it begins to say, I want you to be better. And it touches your forehead. And you are now whisked away. And the rest of you, as Mavrin continues to scream and writhe and arch her back off of the ground, and she's just in complete agony. But then these waves of arcane energy that have been sort of bamfing from her seems to be building and not fading in pulses. It's just growing and growing and growing until I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
I'm
I hope-
looking at the ground, I'm crying, and I got a 6.
Oh. I got a 23.
You're muted.
You muted.
14.
I got a 14.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was almost a 20. I got a 4.
Oh,
Okay, so Maeve, can you roll 3d8 for me?
Oh hell no.
oh yeah.
Oh, it's 3d8 again.
It's D8. If I was the D10 last time.
Oh.
1, 6, 5, 7. 1, 6, 5, and a 7.
14? No.
Oh, I made one separately. Hang on, calculator. I'm not doing this myself. 19.
19. Yeah. Okay. So, this boof arcane explosion happens, and everyone, with the exception of Matthew, you get hit by 19 points of piercing damage. Matthew, you get half of that. This includes the sisters and Jezebel. And as this happens, everyone is sort of knocked back a bit, breaking the circle, therefore breaking the ritual and stopping everything. And Maeve, you are now back in your body, exhausted. And all of you who got hit with the full damage, you sort of feel stings all over your body or over your exposed skin. And when you look down, or maybe touch your face, your forehead, your neck, tiny cuts.
Like
And
shards of glass.
even with Drench, with your 4, with one of these cuts, it's a little reflective piece of something, and you go to pick it out. It's glass.
I was right.
As everyone pants, not knowing what the fuck just happened. Even Jezanel, as her eyes are wide at you, Mavrin, your body very sore and exhausted.
Did it work?
What is done cannot be undone.
What? No, you were supposed to fix me.
She starts to shake her head. The magic that has touched you is unlike anything I've ever seen or encountered.
So what do I do now?
And she stands up, composes herself, and extends her hands toward you to help you up. You go to the source.
The source that we don't know where she is.
You need to find Rotundula. Sisters, and she begins to go around to each and every one of them with great concern, asking, "Are you all right? Are you harmed? Let me look at you. Are you okay?"
What happened?
Donnie is going to make her way over and she is going to cast a healing word on Maeve. Just very quietly.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. What happened to everyone else?
Matthew will approach slowly. You imploded. And you'll point to the very few cuts that he has, perhaps in comparison to the other one, as he turn his head for her to see the damage that has been caused. However, I think everyone's alright. So do not fret.
I did that.
It seemed.
Yes, you did, Josanelle says as she walks over to you.
I didn't
I've
mean to.
no inkling why Rotundula has business with you. But whatever it was, whatever you have. And she just looks you up and down, looks at Matthew. It is something that is out of my reach.
Okay.
While that's happening, can I go around and start healing some of the people that got hurt?
Yes.
So what do you suggest?
You need to find her. I cannot help you in that. Neither can any of my sisters.
Any guidance that you can offer us in doing so?
Does she have a favorite like thing that she likes to stay in? Something that she considers to be home besides here?
How do we
What would-
find her mirror?
All she knew was us. I've no knowledge of this mirror that you speak of. She
Insight?
left.
Oh, sorry.
She left. With hatred in her heart. Not only for us, but for anyone who wanted to get in her way. If you do find her, the only thing I can tell you is approach her as if you were approaching a wounded animal in the wild. You can still make it insight if you want.
No, it's okay.
I'll do it. Unless
Oh,
it was
wait.
just directed to Matthew on
Can
that.
can I heal our team first and then start healing some of the other ladies?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just realized like I probably can do that. I pop an aura of
Everyone,
vitality and just
Donnie's
start
gonna
shooting.
wave off. Donnie's gonna wave off any healing.
Okay.
She's fine. Yeah. And insight is 9.
Mm.
Where'd you get Matthew?
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm good insight.
Who else did insight? Just Kadoni?
I think.
No, I
Who
did.
wants
It's
to do
just-
insight?
Hold on.
Brandon.
I did, but fine, I'll do it.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
There! Natural 20.
21. Oh, so
There!
you know what's
25
funnier than
for a
20?
nat-
You know what's funnier than 20? 21.
25 for a natural 20. Out of rage.
I'm sorry.
So yes, anyone who got above 15, with her body language, you could definitely tell that like, she has her arms crossed, in sort of a protective manner. She's still looking down at you all amongst her chin, not in condescension, not in regality anymore, but rather in defense. In this moment, in her curt tone with you all, indicates that she's not only truthful, but very mama bear activated now.
He'll look at her. We'll get out of your domain then. We thank you for your aid in the matter.
And I shall hope that you resolve whatever it needs to be resolved. As for you, as she turns to you, Maeve, be careful, she says very dismissively. As she turns back to her sisters and begins to aid Alloy in healing some of them.
Thank you.
Donnie is going to pull off her violin. She's going to attach Unbreakable Ballad to it. And she is going to play a little calming song. Something calming, gentle. And everyone, at least I consider them allies. Allies. That's the word I'm looking for. Allies. And everybody, including everybody in the coven, is going to get 8 temporary hit points.
Okay, how many people are injured? Because I dish out 123 healing.
There you go.
In combo with that move.
And one of the sisters, the one with the white pin straight hair, drow looking woman, she sort of landed and plopped next to you all after the explosion. Says to you, Mavrin, what the Madame means to say is, the magic that you use is unfamiliar to us, even on an individualistic sense. What she means is, when you have great power within you, you must know yourself enough to control it.
But it's not my power. It's
And she just shrugs her shoulders and sort of hugs herself a little bit.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I'm sorry. And I'm backing away, and I'm just gonna start walking in the direction of the city.
Honey is gonna join her. Walk step.
Matthew
Can I-
will,
Thank you. Thank you for your hospitality.
Matthew will do a bow, and follow relatively hastily to the side of Mavrin and Kadani. And if he can, he'll, out of his pocket, he'll bring back the little bag that Mavrin threw at him. And he'll try to hand it to her in a more not discreet, but a gentle manner.
She'll take it.
I think that was enough for today.
Drench is gonna wait while all the rest of the party starts walking away, and he's gonna go up to the leader, and this lost sister of yours. If we find her, we may have to kill her. Is that something that you are fine with?
And she looks you up and down and gets up from the sister that she was healing and looks you dead in the eyes and goes, if what you say is true, if she is causing this mayhem in the city and causing lives, what goes around comes around. She fakely smiles at you and bends back down to help her sister.
Thank you. And he'll turn and walk and start following everyone else.
Okay. So crazy. All right. So you all begin to march yourselves back into the city. It's almost sunset. Um, as obviously the clouds have come back and it's getting darker outside, and you see the city walls. And walk through them. And where are you guys headed? Where are you going?
I'm going wherever Maeve's going.
I think she's, I guess, maybe vaguely heading in the direction of City Hall. I think she's generally aimless right now and is just trying to move, but probably heading that way.
Can I do a history check to recall when was the last time we saw Maeve eat? Because we've been with her all night.
And can I do an insight check
On me?
on Maeve?
Yeah. Go for the
Just,
insight
I
check
just,
then.
I just want to know specifically, like, while you're walking here.
Well, do we want to do Donnie's first? For the-
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry,
This is
There you
more of me just like, yeah.
you're good.
You want to roll for it?
Sure. 9.
She probably had some food in front of her this morning. Whether or not she ate it.
Let's get back to City Hall and let's see if we can grab a snack or something. Did you see anything or hear something happen during the ritual?
Yeah. An ally. Do you want to do your insight check?
Yeah, I actually like when you say that, that is when I'm like trying to focus in on specifically your eyes.
Oh, God.
Interesting. All right. What'd you roll?
I got a 18.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you definitely see Maverin's not making eye contact with anybody. Her gaze is kind of shifting around, like looking in the alleys and on the ground. But in addition to what her eyes are, I would say you probably also see that she's just very compulsively like braiding her hair and just she looks
Okay.
deeply uncomfortable.
You're gonna hear like the little plap plap of Aloy's bare feet, and then Aloy's gonna grab your hands and just say, Maverin, you did really good. We can go over it later, but I want a hug.
She's gonna pull her hands away.
Please.
No, I appreciate the sentiment. I'm
Okay.
just
And then Aloy's reaching into their bag. This is mainly what I actually wanted. And then they're gonna hand you, this is a different card from the last time. And it's the moon, but it's upside down for you. It's for trying to see through all of this stuff. I don't think it's actually magic, but I really hope it helps.
thank you.
In Elven, Matthew will his a low voice. But is there anything you need? Anywhere you need to go, just make mention of it.
She will reply back in Elven. I need this to end.
Then we'll endeavor to do so. But first, let's get you some rest, shall we?
Gonna shrug and keep walking.
Does Pyre have a spa?
Yes, there is one.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
We should
It is.
tell the mayor and Bo.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to keep out?
Everything.
What?
It's fine. It's just better to tell everyone all at once.
Okay.
So, it takes you guys a bit of time to travel back, but you make it to City Hall. And as you pass by the Peace Dove and go through the gardens and look at the passerbys, go up the stairs and go inside the City Hall, and I assume straight to whose office? Which one?
Oh.
Okay. So, good thing. So, going up the stairs, turn the corner, going down the hallway, yada yada yada. You guys see as you're going down the hall, a person walking in the opposite direction toward you guys. In sort of pantsuit fashion, all red and black. You see that this person has a look of discontent and maybe even annoyance on her face as her black wavy hair billows in her step. Arlena, as she does not make eye contact with any of you all, as she just walks past you, determined somehow, and down the stairs. And you approach Bo's door.
Uh-oh.
Alright. I'm gonna knock.
Come in. You hear?
I'll open the door for everyone and enter last.
Aloy stays outside.
Fair enough.
You all see Bo with his arms crossed, with a glass of water in his hand as he's leaning up against his own desk and sort of just doing this. And opens his eyes and sees you all. And just waits for you all to come inside. What do you got?
We met with the Coven. They tried to help me. It didn't work out well.
We got some leads from them. Law's name. A Rotanala Lacraneve. Please pretend I pronounced that correctly. They also gave us some information that they have noticed there being a
Dampening.
dampening, yes, of the city. The anger, the frustration, the lack of forgiveness, neighbor against neighbor, stranger against stranger. And they think that she also might be involved into that based off the information that they gave. Unfortunately, we do not know where she might be located, but we have a name. We have a possible motive that she does not like the Sisters of Sabline. She left them many years ago and has a deep hatred for the Coven and would not be above possibly framing the Coven for the magic and the emotional dampening. She's a shapeshifter. We don't have a lock on what she looks like.
She prefers
We
to
have
be
more
human.
information than we did.
He takes a sip of his water, sort of swishes it in his mouth, then gulps very loudly. Okay. So, this Rotondala, you don't know where she is. Don't know quite what she looks like. We have a name. Do they know where she is?
No.
They didn't seem to.
Really? And he is just sort of he's like very much like weird with his mouth in this moment. He's just sort of like doing like this sort of thing, like almost as if like a tick of his, like he's really thinking hard. And he goes, okay, so with all this new info, what's next then?
Maybe we could try.
We find her.
Go ahead. No, please.
We find her. And we subdue her. We put her in prison if we can. But we do what we must. We do it as soon as possible. We've already had too much lost.
And what's the lead on finding her?
The only lead that we have currently is that her magic signature is green.
And he hasn't really been making eye contact with all of you. He's just been drinking his water and just sort of nodding his head. Right then, and he puts his glass down. How do we shave that down then? Just the color green?
We could go back to the crime scenes and see if we can at least confirm that it was her doing.
And they 100% confirmed that this is a high possibility that she was behind this, and not just some other random witch.
Behind
They don't
what
know.
happened to me, anyways. Yes.
One of the events that they described matched Orphan Says to a T on something that would be within her wheelhouse. And based off of their description of her, someone that would gain pleasure out of basically tearing a person's life down by their own hands would be possibly her. It may
No.
not be a guarantee, but it's more than what we had.
The way that they function also would explain, or the way that they explain of their functioning would explain why we have been unable to trace anything upon a crime scene. Something they refer to as severance.
They consented to a zone of truth?
Hmm?
They consented to a zone of truth?
No, we didn't ask.
They didn't. We didn't want the subject. We were in their house, you must understand.
And you guys can make insight checks if you'd like.
Oh, I would like.
I like. Ugh. 2 for 7 total.
16.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
It
Right,
might- If I
7.
wasn't muted. 13 plus whatever my insight is. 16.
18.
So, Matthew, just that revelation maybe of a statement of a zone of truth is maybe getting to you right now, coming to the forefront. And so you're focusing on that. And we have 18, 17, and 16. Okay, so pretty much all three of you see that his brows, like, in this moment, especially after the zone of truth question, they're down and furrowed. And this whole time he hasn't really been making eye contact, but in this moment he has been and looks at all of you, sort of scanning with his eyes. And you get a little bit of a hint of can't believe what he's hearing.
We did our best considering the circumstances. They're very untrusting people. And you hadn't given us much by way of recommendation for how to proceed with them.
Oh, you guys got a lot. You guys did all you could. You did your jobs. Right, so if you want to go and inspect the crime scenes again, starting from square one, the Joneses household, Britigales, and then Orphans in order, unless you want to split up. But if you sniff a trail, then definitely keep on it for tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
But, yes, if you would need any sort of detect magic, anything like that, obviously get it from our stock here. Yeah, let's look through the magnifying glass a little bit more next time. Was there anything else?
No, sir. We are good, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Go and rest up for tomorrow. Back on the case. Have a good night, all. And he turns around and begins to pick up some papers that are on his desk and a briefcase that he brought this morning, and open it, and he seems to be packing up.
Matty will go and open the door, and with the relatively stern manner in which Kadani acted, will kind of not whistle, but like kind of point everyone to get out of the room.
I'm not moving.
Everyone else out the room except for Maeve, or is somebody else staying?
Matthew will stay just a moment to see what she's doing, and once he understands, he'll just switch. They want us to wait.
No.
Well. And Matthew will close the door, and as soon as he does, he'll turn to Drench. Do check on her if you can, please.
I will.
He'll turn to Kadani and see. The mayor.
Mayor.
And he'll depart.
Alloy, are you following along to the mayor?
Yeah. I didn't want to go in there. I feel like I would have overstepped.
No, you're good. Okay, so we'll go and follow to the mayor's office then. Just a couple doors down. His door is now open. As you see him and his assistant inside as they're having seemingly a pleasant exchange with each other, as he's also seemingly to pack up for the day with getting his coat on. But he catches you all in the doorway. Hello, some members of Squadron Wyvern.
Evening.
Evening.
Did you-
The other half is with Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, no problem at all. Did you end up going to see the sisters?
We did, and would you have a minute to talk about the matter? As you look at
Yes.
the assistant.
Yes, of course. I'll be right out. And he says to his assistant, and she strides along past you all and closes the door behind her.
Matthew will sit down at like one of the chair and kind of just give a sigh, a bit of exhaustion mentally, basically. Kadani, do you want to do the honor of starting?
We went and spoke with the Sisters of Sabine. It was originally started off a little rocky as we were caught. I believe they had set up a perimeter of alarms, which is understandable considering it's their camping spot. But we were able to speak with them. They described, we discussed here. I'm sorry, it's been a very long day, sir. We spoke to them about the events of the city, events of the murders, and things along those lines. They spoke of, for the ones that are, for the events that are happening, that if it was to be someone casting a spell, it would be a sick play, that they had something, their pleasure, something to gain. And they spoke that they do agree that there is a dampening happening over the city. The growing of negativity, people getting angrier, more aggressive, less forgiving. And that's when the turn happened. They spoke of their past as a coven, and one witch in particular, one that is no longer part of the coven, was cast out for following their old ways of where they would cast magic to basically cause somebody to bring harm to their own life if outside of the deal. This is a woman a witch by the name of Rotondala Lacrimbe. And sir, the magic that is on Maeve is of her own doing, of the witch's Dola's doing. It is not a psychological issue on her part. It is not a mental break. It is an outside third-party force. We have a name. We have a lead. We just don't know how to find her. Nor do we know what she looks like. But we tried well, not we as in the party, but the witches tried to cast a cleansing ritual on Maeve, and the magic was too powerful even for the sister's discipline, and we're just not able to, unfortunately, take off the curse. So our next stop is to find Ola, bring her to justice, and cleanse Maeve of the curse that was put on her.
You see, she's listening to you very sincerely and making eye contact. With your last statement, a small grin comes to his face, like that SpongeBob meme. As he goes, not to toot my own horn, but I think I made the right choice in hiring you all. As he, sits down and goes, I mean, well done. Thank you for proceeding with caution and care with all of this, and tender care as well. And I'm glad that you all are unharmed, as I can at least see, from visiting the coven. As this Rotundula, what do you suggest that maybe I could help with the search for this individual?
The nature of our magic is somewhat tricky, it seems. We understand that her signature is of the shade of green. Aside from that, the very nature of severance, which is the deal that their old way would be partaking their deal, like Kirani mentioned. Abstract, or rather, void or magic, which seems to connect with everything that we've haven't found in the crime scene prior.
Sir, is
Yeah.
Bridigel's body... What has happened to Bridigel's body again?
Brutigel was, seeming there was no next of kin. She was cremated, and there was a ceremony at your request for her.
Yes. Gotcha.
The color green, I will admit that's quite common, especially amongst rangers and druids, to have that signature color as green in the arcane arts signify of abundance and earthly binds, the elements, if you will, like the tempest. And so, best that I can decipher from that and that alone is most likely this person would not live in a place where there are a lot of people. Maybe live somewhere where there is lots of nature. So probably not anywhere near the city. If it is in the city, she does reside.
Valheim?
Yeah. Yes, the rural lands of Valheim. That's the best I can decipher from that information. But who knows? If she works specifically with earth and not with any other element like air, as of myself, or water or fire, then yes, I would start there.
Is there a way to track the trace of a magic to a caster?
As somebody knew this person personally, which it seemed like the witches did they not offer to help you find her?
They seem reluctant following some of the events that transpire.
She also is very adamant that they would not be able to find her.
Or if you had some other DNA.
It could, perhaps. Wait,
did anyone keep the glass that kind of chipped us a little bit? None of it was big enough that hit me to have a piece to...
Maybe
Yeah.
Dren but not me.
Okay. There might be something we can connect with that, because that's evidence of their magic in a way that is unique. But you're saying that they're going to be somewhere in nature. Do we have any idea what kind of creature they are? A shapeshifter?
The powerful witch, disguise self is not a hard spell to cast.
That's true.
Disguise self, polymorph, she could be a changeling. But those are very rare.
Okay.
There's a
Because I'm-
number of things that they could be.
And if she's a druid, well, the possibilities are nearly endless.
Hmm.
Yes, but we have at least somewhat of a lead. Is
She
Bo
could-
okay?
What?
Is Bo okay?
I haven't had the time to talk to Mr. Eckert. Why do you ask?
He's been off the last 2 times we've talked to him, so I just am worried that he is not okay. Maeve and Drench are over there with him now, but he's seemed a bit off, and I don't mind strictness. That's not a problem that I'm having. It's just that Bo being that way is off. I would
She's
expect
trying.
that kind of. I would expect that more from crime, if anything.
What she's trying to say is that Bo seems to be acting like an asshole lately.
I didn't
He
go
sort of-
into the last meeting because I felt like I would have talked to him a little meanly.
He raises his eyebrows at the profanity. He goes, right. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, first of all. Second of all, I wouldn't blame him if he was in some sort of mood. I remember when I first become mayor, I was sort of up and down roller coaster. I mean, when the siren incident happened, that was one of my personal valleys of progression and mood. But
I know, it's not like Bo to act like that. So I'm wondering if external. I don't know. This is not meant to be a formal report or formal complaint. It's more of.
Just
It is-
either way, he should know better not to be so dismissive about
I-
Mayford.
Mavrin. What are you talking about?
Matthew will wriggle in his chair a little bit. Just
Oh, we were just-
twitching, and just
just
like, yep. And
Oh.
he's gonna let the other people
The whole
just
mission
No, I
we
just-
did.
let's speak. He's like,
I don't
"Yep,
know.
they'll do the job.
I don't know. It just felt very dismissive or not worried. I don't.
They told us to go, but it almost seemed like they didn't care.
Doesn't care. Now, I'll agree with you with that. That's not like Bo. Do not care.
I don't know. I just.
I would be happy to talk to him and see maybe if something personal is happening with him. But, yes, if it is affecting the workplace, it is my concern. So,
I'm not wanting to file like a formal report or get him in trouble. It's so unlike him, and I don't.
And if
Yeah,
it is
I-
personal, we don't need to know what it is at all.
I just.
yeah, I completely understand what you were saying. I mean, I've grown quite fond of Mr. Eckert myself, and if there's something going on, maybe he needs a break, maybe he needs to step down for a little while. Who knows? But yes, I'd be happy to look into it.
More would approach it like a friend. That would be great.
Don't worry.
But again, I want to emphasize, sir, that this is not a. What is happening with Maeve is not something of her own volition. It is not of a mental break or a mental issue. I know that you guys were concerned with Dr. Bridgie and everything, but I wanted again to emphasize that this is not something Maeve is controlling.
Excuse me? You said I was concerned with Dr. Bridgie. What do you mean
I know
by
that you guys asked who Maeve to step down. And I wanted again to emphasize again that Maeve is not undergoing any sort of mental issue. That this is a external third party that is affecting her.
Make a deception check.
That is a 22.
And he crosses his arms and leans back in his chair and runs his hands through his hair and undoes it so it just flows right over his shoulder. I hired Miss Dinlayan for the same reason I hired the rest of you. I think she is a wonderful contribution to this unit. I think she is smart and clever, and she has years on you all.
Yeah, absolutely.
If this is about her temporary absence, that is only because at the time I felt as though she needed a break.
That I understand, sir. And I agree it was the good move, especially considering with the public eye right now. I am just wanting to reassure you that she is of sound mind, or at least of sound mind as anybody would be right now.
I understand. And I believe you. And he sort of looks outside and begins to stand up. I thank you all again for looking into the situation and nipping it in the bud. It's if it is causing this strange, and he pauses for a second, division in my city, I am happy that you all are here to help me bring it all back together again.
Sorry.
And as for Mr. Eggert, I will talk to him, see what I can do. As for Miss Dinlayan, she is free to do as she pleases.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Is there anything else?
This case is number one priority, absolutely. But I think at some point, maybe during free time, I would like to investigate into the leader of these protesters. I forget the name of the group.
Oh yes, the Justifiers.
Just
Found that out today from another enforcer.
I forgot we had this issue.
But we now know they have a leader that is mysterious and everything, but I mean,
Gosh,
that
they really
also-
don't like me, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't like me.
real quick, I think that's also another lead. Because if we think about who's benefiting off of the unrest, it kind of lines up with what we may be experiencing with Dola. And she's like smacking Matthew on the shoulder. She's doing
We just hear the ting 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 of Matthew's.
Bizarre.
I had
Yes.
a thought. Yes.
Yes, Kirani, I'm here. I'm listening. Although I believe that. I would assume that the dampening is affecting their mood in the first place, but that whatever the switch name was, might be fueling this to serve their own purpose and not the other way around.
I agree.
That seems to be the one person who's benefiting off of all of this.
Mm-hmm. It would imply that, so yes.
Really? Are you sure?
It's a trace, like any other.
Yes.
Maybe not like a straight up lead, but it might also lead us possibly to Dola. I don't know.
Right, it is a possibility. It just goes back to my previous question this morning: is why the previous victims that you've investigated, though? It's not as though they were incredibly influential. I mean, rest in peace. But it's just there hasn't been anything else that has been similar.
Well, two of the
Not
victims
yet.
have been high profile celebrities. Well, 3 technically. But
Well,
because Rickabelle, Maybell, and Orphan Say have all been high profile celebrities. In Brittigale's case, the roommate was the daughter of one of the Justifiers leaders.
Hmm. And if Mr. Leon is also a potential victim of this rotundula, then what could that mean for her?
we don't know the specific of her intertwining with Rotundella or Mavrin as a whole. We'll probably know more answer in the morning. We'll simply let Mavrin rest for the night before investigating more on what she experienced.
Oh. Okay. Yes, that makes me feel a little bit better, he says as he stands up. Okay. So, yes, I suppose the next step is to find this Rotundula and question her. We still aren't 100% sure. It's sure that, at least according to the sisters, that she has meddled in Mr. Leon's life. But we still haven't confirmed with the other victims or the protests. So until then, still proceed with caution and curiosity.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, as he goes over and picks up his own briefcase, it is getting quite late. Was there anything else?
No, sir.
I don't think so.
Oh, I said no. Sorry.
Okay. I was half expecting Drench to make another grand appearance. And he starts going towards the door.
I
Good
thought
night.
the team needed a giggle this morning.
Oh, it brought me a giggle. It definitely did. And he opens the door for all of you and turns out the light with the flick of his hand.
Matthew will get up, but like, just stay in the chair for a little bit longer, just in his head a little bit, just. And
As
then
the
kind
light go out, the wind whips through your hair and your shirt.
of.
Oh my god.
Fine. Sorry. You have a good rest of the night, Mr. Drake. And he'll get out.
You too, Mr. Bleakwood.
Mia, just a quick question. Is it tonight the theater thing with the kids? Or is it tomorrow?
No. I believe last time I said that, the day before she had to leave was the 24th? Tomorrow.
Yeah, on the
Yeah, I
24th,
had my
yeah.
notes
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
today is the 23rd. Today
And
is
she's
the
leaving the
23rd.
Okay.
25th. Yeah.
Look, the mayor, I need to edit that.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you.
Mayor.
Okay. So,
We should invite the mayor. Mr. Mayor, do you want to go to a show?
show?
Yeah, do you want to like try and be with the people and see if it gets your ratings up? And it could also be fun. It's a little show.
There's
What-
going to
what-
be a children's show tomorrow. Was Damien in it, or is Damien just watching it?
No,
No,
they
Mayor's
simply no. The kids are simply watching it.
We were invited to join their family there for a watching of a children's play there.
You're a celebrity.
Will this be at the Sunset Theatre or another one?
I believe so. Yes.
Well, if my schedule allows it, I'd be happy to.
Alrighty.
Well, let us know if you do.
Maybe that could be your first piece, Alloy. Something nice and simple, right?
Yeah. I'll keep the notes on all this intense stuff for later.
When we come to a conclusion on the case, you could be the first one to notate it down.
Oh boy.
All the pressure, Alloy. All the pressure.
I look down at like my chicken scratch handwriting and just like, yeah, I got this.
Well, have a good night, sir. Thank you. And Donnie is going to step out of the office
Yeah.
and let Matthew be the dramatic wind blowing his shirt open.
No, that's it. That's him doing that.
Oh, is that? Oh.
That's Drake doing that.
Oh, okay.
Not him.
I thought it also hit Matthew.
Oh no, he's doing it too, Matthew. I think is what I understand.
I think it just so happened.
It was to push him out of the chair. I think. And Matthew got up. Is Matthew tired? Okay.
As you're the last to leave, Matthew, you feel his hand on your shoulder, your fleshy shoulder, and sort of grip it really quick and then do like sort of a flick. Sorry, there was something on your coat. Have a good night, Mr. Bleakwood.
Can I
As
do an
well.
inside check?
Sure.
I want to do one. I want to do
I got a
one.
nat
I wanna
20.
do one.
Bruh.
Bro, what the
I
fuck
got
is
a
this mayor
7.
doing? Is this PDA? I got a 20. You gotta clarify right now. This ain't a bit anymore, Mia.
1 second, y'all are lagging. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's the excuse. They're loading up their fan fiction right now.
AO3, fanfiction.net,
Beatful.
kinkmeme.net.
What the hell?
Whoa.
Did they leave? That's a session, guys. I swear. Only
I'm
my
trying
net
to-
20.
Wattpad's the other one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tumblr.
So with your nat with your nat 20, you were
The
sort
most
of the first.
important role.
You were the first to get out and then ask the mayor, and you've been looking at him this entire time he's been answering you. And then, with the final goodnight, so you saw that when he looked at Matthew's shoulder, he sort of like furrowed his brows and squinted his eyes at his shoulder, and then like sort of did this thing. And then just gave him a warm smile and was like, "Sorry, there's something on your coat."
Okay. I understand. The closet is clear, Mr. Mayor.
So, but yes, he closes the door behind you all, and he heads towards the stairs and starts walking down, to exit the building. As that's happening, we'll go back to Bo's office. As Drench, are you outside or inside?
I think he said he was
Oh,
outside.
shade.
Oh,
Yes, I am out. So I'm outside. Sorry, it takes me so long to unmute sometimes.
Interesting. Okay. So, Maven, as everyone leaves the room, you see Matthew's lingering gaze towards you, the silent affirmation of your surety. And he leaves and closes the door, and you see that Bo, as he continues to pack his briefcase and looks towards you and sort of just goes, "What's up?"
May I speak plainly, Lieutenant?
Of course.
Does my condition inconvenience you?
What are you on about?
It's just that all day you seem to be quite bothered by my presence and by most anything myself and the rest of the team have to say.
Stars, Maeve. I'm just tired, okay? Has nothing to do with you.
So nothing to do with last night?
No. Good conversation.
Good conversation. My apologies. I thought that maybe we were on the same page, but I'm getting the distinct impression that we are most assuredly not.
I don't understand what you're meaning right now. And he sort of puts his briefcase on the desk and turns fully towards you. What are you trying to say?
Last night we kissed, and was it just a for conclusions for you, or
Maeve, he says as he sort of is rubbing his temples. You know, I've been acting a little strange lately. We talked, we cleared the air. Everything's good. I don't know what you're talking about.
I. Good night, Bo. I'm turning around to leave. Fucking ridiculous.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna turn back around. Fucking ridiculous.
What is?
This, you pour your heart out to me, and I finally start to open up to you, and it feels like we're making some sort of progress or going backwards or whatever it is, and you act like it's fucking nothing.
That's where you're wrong, Maeve. It definitely was something. And he picks up his briefcase and goes towards you until sort of he's shoulder to shoulder, about to walk out the door. We kissed. That didn't rewind the clock. If you thought it was that easy, think again. And he walks out the door.
I'll walk out to him.
And Drench, you see Bo with his disheveled look as he sort of flinches a little bit at your appearance and then just goes like that and then proceeds to walk down the stairs and out the building.
Oh, Drench will watch him leave, just keeping an eye on him, and then I'll turn back to Maeve. You all right?
I don't even fucking know anymore.
That's fair. I need to get some sleep. I need you tomorrow.
Thanks for looking out.
No problem.
I'll go
I
to Eric.
am ready for it.
And as you guys are there, after a couple minutes, you see the rest of your squad a few doors down come out of the mayor's office as the mayor also leaves the building.
Well, the mayor was a little bit nicer.
Not more receptive.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Though the dramatic wind was a bit of a weird situation that happened there. We might have another possible lead, and that's like the leader of the. She gestures to.
Justifiers.
Yeah, thank you, Eloy. The Justifiers. Because if there's anybody that's benefiting from all this, it's them. That might also be another lead on Dola.
Mhm.
But food, bed.
Food bad.
Bad for me. And home, primarily. Speaking of which, if you all wish to come, for those who are coming to the show tomorrow, you're welcome to have dinner at my place.
Yay! I would love that.
Yay. That's really cool. Thank you.
We haven't eaten at your place since the pancake incident.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
pancake
wonder
incident?
why. Anyhow,
We got in a bit of a food fight in the Bleakwood house. It was very messy here, Alloy.
Okay.
We
Anyhow.
promise not to make a mess.
I appreciate the world. Regardless, are you all going to be alright for the night? Anything else you need? Just send me a message.
And do.
Alright, well, you all have a good night. And try to rest well. And you will start to depart.
In this moment that Matthew, as you are walking away and start to turn the corner to go down the stairs, you start to hear the stomping of boots come from below you, and then suddenly like a very determined looking figure, and tiny figure, walking across the foyer of the lobby. And she goes, and as she turns towards the stairs, you recognize it's Dr. Eva Drews. As she goes, oh, and she starts running up the stairs. You're a part of the Squadron Wyvern, correct?
Yes, can I help you?
Yes. I need to tell. I need to tell her. I need to tell the mayor. Where's the rest of your squad? Are they still here? Do they live here?
Calm down. They're upstairs.
And she sort of starts striding past you. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
They all turn back and they'll follow.
Excuse me, you all, would you come with me for just a couple of minutes?
Oh,
Of course.
okay.
Hurry, quickly now.
Okay.
And she turns around and starts going back down the stairs. And as you all join her and try to catch up with her, she starts leading you down towards the medical unit. And she goes, okay, so do you guys remember the cases that you're on and how, Dr. Broadcast made the mistake, and then they brought in that poor boy, Orphan Saiyan, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how you asked me if I had examined him, and I said no because somebody else had examined him, not Dr. Broadcast. And you guys asked me a lot of times if I was sure, and I said, yes, I'm sure everything's normal, everything's fine. And she starts to walk through the double doors of the examination room.
Yeah.
Well,
Something not fine. What happened?
well, after all the questioning, I began to doubt the examiner as well, just in case, and so I took it upon myself to re-examine. And she goes through another set of double doors, and you see through some glass windows the opened body of Orphan Say. As she gets her clip pad from towards the door and gets her reading glasses on. So I did. I re-examined him, and everything was normal. Except for one thing.
What?
He's missing a heart. And that's where we're gonna end.
Yeah,
A heart? A heart, as in plural hearts, or just happened to be the one that he has missing and no one seemed to
Ow.
notice?
No, like he's missing his heart.
Yeah.
And the person did not catch that he's missing a heart. Oh my god.
Suspicious.
Hold
How'd
on.
he die? I don't
Brandon.
know, man. It's
Brandon.
crazy.
Brandon, you've been
Wait.
playing Skyrim recently. That fucking necromancer in, not Markarth, wherever the fuck the fucking asshole is in, the one that's stealing out the organs.
Yeah,
Oh,
organ
wow.
smasher.
The butcher from Windhelm?
Yes,
Yeah.
Windhelm, that's the bitch's name. Getting those vibes!
I mean, maybe.
Also,
I see.
the
it.
necromancer from Dragon Age 2, Meg.
Yo.
There we go.
Yo.
There we go.
I'm getting those vibes.
Yo. Oh.
I have so many wild ideas, but I need to shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Oh my god. No,
Mm.
because there are dots that I cannot connect.
I'm starting to connect some, and I'm not liking what I'm
Yeah.
seeing. This game has just been like back and forth. Anyway.
I'm not liking the missing organs. I'm not liking it at all.
I'm not
like the
liking-
man I am.
The power triangles that are out there with the forces of power in what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not liking the resentment from Bo because he's the one who was pushing Maeve to be like, please, let's try again. And she's
was.
like, oh no, please, I'm trying to put up walls. Oh no. Oh, and he's like, give me a kiss. So,
And he's all of a sudden, yeah, no, I'm.
yeah, and he's like, it
No.
doesn't fix anything, Maeve. I didn't say it did, I just wanted to talk.
Alloy
I
will
wanted
not
to
be
smooth
Hey,
seen
at
with
least now
Bo.
we have confirmation the kiss was real.
Yes, we did, which
At least.
that switch up's really concerning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, you want me to put you to bed? Okay.
By the way, I know I
Guys.
asked it. Yeah, I know I asked it in last session, but is it still plausible that Donnie has asked Tanji to basically stay with his dad's during this time?
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But next session will be so much fun because obviously
Yeah.
we'll pick up where where we left off, and then we'll go to the show, and then if there's nothing else, we'll go to Tiefling Gratitude Day, which is fun.
If there's nothing else,
Yeah.
else,
That we
If
can
Abraham
find.
Lincoln
That we can
doesn't mention-
find.
Wait, I'm bringing the mayor to a theater. Oh no.
Do a children's
He hasn't
show.
gone on a hunt in years. He needs to hunt something.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like,
Trish, I need to hunt something.
Damn. Insane call.
That was so funny.
it's been a long day for everyone, especially Maven Drench.
Dude.
One day of confessions.
Yes. I am now like, okay, we've got one lead, but that lead depends entirely on if Maeve's willing to talk about what happened in the vision, is to talk to her dad. Which just so happens that we are going to be going to her dad in a couple of days again for the armor and the knives.
Oh, involving Maeve's dad. Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and also, Meg, you can finally release the video to the
Oh my
rest.
god! I'm gonna make something public right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, your
Video? Uh-oh.
session? Oh,
Yeah,
you're
on
hidden.
Session 1 of this new arc.
Oh, wait, you had a session 1 of this arc?
After our first episode, I had a secret scene.
Was it in the Shadow
Oh.
Realm?
Oh.
I'm assuming it was the Shadow Realm that was familiar to you.
Oh.
I have a lot of thoughts about the Shadow Realm. It feels very familiar.
Right.
Nah.
Why is it so familiar?
Exactly.
But yeah, how do you guys like the Sisters of Sublime? Not what they seemed, huh?
I figured they were
Oh,
nice. I
boy.
figured they were nice, but you know, you never know in this game.
Yeah. So
You can't trust anyone until you met them.
Alloy was searching
There
for
was-
witches before we were searching for witches.
There
For the
was a
wrong
comment-
reason.
There was a comment Donnie was gonna throw at some point. It was like, if I had a gold piece for every time that some lady was cast out of something and decided to make it everybody in Pyre's problem, I'd have 2 gold pieces.
Basically. Also, I just
But the-
uploaded the scene from.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
You
nice, nice,
guys
nice.
like? Would you guys like Jezanel as an official NPC?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes, give us.
Though I'm not
Give us-
entirely.
What was she
convinced
smoking?
She's not involved.
Oh, she's smoking. You never asked
I
her.
wanted some. I know, but Alloy isn't gonna be like, "Hey guys, by the way,
Yeah.
Smash.
they were gonna
I know
after the
that your
ritual,
kids
but we
said
weren't
us, but
inside."
can we smoke from your magic hookah?
I'm gonna add her right now.
I have a feeling. Okay, I have a very scary feeling about Shadow Man and the Shadow Realm and the Witch. I think they're different. I think the Shadow Man in the Shadow Realm is the thing that the witch that got exiled found to make her stronger than the Coven, and she is also being used by it. Because they're like your uncle was the first try, and that's so scary.
Yeah, I'm not unconvinced that it's not an ancestor like either my uncle or great grandmother who has been just like basically in purgatory for all these years, and she finally got a link back through me, and she's like, I want you to be strong. Because what did it say? I wrote it down. Fuck. It said,
I want you to be better.
I want you to be
Yeah.
better.
What to be
And
better?
it touched me.
I'm confused a bit. So, the monstrous kind of person that came in all Dark Vader style
Mhm.
in the family, that was from Maverin's father's side,
Yeah,
right?
this is the human side. So that was my uncle, Heron, I believe. Yeah, Heron.
Yeah. So,
Great uncle.
yeah, great uncle. And confused.
What's confusing?
Well, why is your great grandmother or grandmother? Grandmother?
That's my
Great
great
grandmother.
grandmother.
Why is she
Or no, just grandma.
connect? Just grandma. So why is she connect? How?
What?
What's the connection?
Red hair? Question mark.
No, but it's the two family obviously. Like how do they connect beside like Maverin?
What do you mean?
Well, you have something from clearly something from potentially inherited from Maverin, your grandma.
Yeah.
But now we saw something from your human side of the family. How do they even link, or is just that maybe it's both power dynamic fucking around?
Well,
I'm
I'm
just-
guessing Heron definitely has to have something going on here, and it feels vaguely similar to some of the illness that Elandrin had,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not quite
fair.
to that extent. Though I can't really give more detail than that. But
I know. I think I'm making string that aren't there, but or trying to make
well,
them.
you gotta watch the secret video first before I.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
because there's more answers.
Okay, maybe
I'll
because
check that out.
the scene in the Shadow Realm is confusing me.
Yeah.
In
It's not my
So-
first time there.
Oh, I love
no,
the
I
Shadow
figured
Realm,
I figured it was that of
Yeah.
course, but
bro.
I fully figured that, but yeah, I'm probably just missing some of this key info. I'm sure that after watching the video, how long is it?
20 minutes.
Where-
30.
It is about 30 minutes, yeah.
I kind of want to see y'all's reaction.